Okay, hello everybody. I'm going to start working with this kit. I'm going to make something out of it, but the first thing I'm going to do is do all the backs of my pages. So I thought I'd show you what I do today. Like these envelopes want doing is just with some tea here today. Okay, I usually do this. Sometimes I'll do it outside. I did have a really nice area in here to do it, like a wet area. But I've got my laser machine there now, so I have to resort to doing it this way, or I do a loaded batch outside on a good day, but today's not very nice. So I thought I'd show you what I do. I use a paintbrush this way. Mine are laser printed, so I haven't got to worry. Okay, and I've got the heater on today because I thought, well, at least then I can just go ahead and do a load and get them stained. I used today with this mixture was 4 tea bags with half a pint of water, right, and I let that stew for about an hour, then I diluted it. Okay, so I'm going to put that on there. So what I do here is I go back to back, yeah, so I'll put like that and then do the next one. Usually like a bigger brush as well, but it won't fit in the jar. I've got a jug, but then I haven't got no room for the jug, so okay. What have I got here? That'll do. Okay, and what I do, I put more over the top of this one, and then it marks the next page. So I don't mind mine going on the front there. I haven't got a problem, so I haven't got to worry, all right? But if you use an inkjet, you know that's not the case. The best results I got with an inkjet was using better quality paper, which was like the matte photo paper, and then leaving it a good couple of days. Yeah, we got young birds. And the cat is watching them. He won't get them because he's actually quite scared. He's in here. Right. Different types of paper react differently, as you know, to the tea as well. This one looks like it's going to go quite yellow, but I'm quite happy with that because the kit's sort of quite yellow. So, but when I put some of the other things I'm putting on, like this one, you'll find that's got real strong tea. And what I'll do here is I'll sort of wet it a bit, just so it don't soak up too much tea. And then you can spray this as well. But I don't want to use the spray because what I'm going to do then, like that there, that's it. Okay, and this mark the other one. Different brands of tea are also different, and then sometimes if it's if I want a little bit dark, I just put a little teaspoon full of coffee in it, you know. But I'm the sort of one that prefers to sort of do it twice rather than get it too dark in the beginning. But sometimes it's not the case, it doesn't work out like that. This is going to definitely be quite subtle, but that's how I wanted it. I mean, if you like your inkjet as well, and you brush it on, and you're very careful, you know, you can do it. I've done it. There was a video I done, and I experimented with different ways with it. But it's an old video, so I'm not sure whether it would come up or not. All right, let's put a bit on that on the top. I'll be able to find it. It's got to be somewhere. I'm hoping some of the stain will come off of here. But what I'm going to do is, on this one, just going to add a bit of the spray. This is like it's a bit of stronger mix. It's tea, coffee, a bit of distress ink from Tim Holtz. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want too much on here today, so that's why I'm doing that. Normally I don't mind, but I thought I'd go for a brighter look. Right, so I carry on doing that, and then get back to you, and I'll do some coffee stain paper exactly the same as well. I've already got some done, so I might actually do them again so that I've got 2 layers on there. So I might actually this is where I start going mad. Sometimes but I don't want it too wet or too dark. I might just have a bit of that in there. Do you see what I'm doing? Yeah, not too much yet. It's a little bit of yellow. This is dye ink, so dye. I'll tell you what it is in a minute. Okay, and let's have a bit of orange as well. Save me doing it after. Yeah, it's like the dye inks. I will dye paints, and they're very good, brilliant fabric as well. Okay, right, what I need to do here, put that one on there a minute while I do this one. Okay, and if you look here, this one's all but done. Yeah, it's a nice subtle bit on there. So what I might do with this one is just do a bit of that. These are the plastic ones. God, I've had these years. I got a few when I went away, but oh gosh, Bath, was it somewhere? That was, God, before lockdown, so about 4 years ago. Then Carol Law sent me some. She managed to get some, just some odd bits, you know. I got it in a really sort of strange market, and I had all these plastic, like lace table, you know, you just cut off a yard or 2 yards, whatever size your table is. They were lovely, and I only wish I'd got more, but they only had 2 patterns. So actually, I like that. I'm going to leave that there. Right, like the look of that. Right, okay, so you can see what I do, yeah? Right, okay, so now I just got to do the backs of the journaling cards. I still do them, even though sometimes I will back them, okay? So I will. I'll just go ahead now and do everything. So I'll just do these really quickly on the back of these. I don't do any patterns or anything because I just think half the time I cover it up, but at least they're done, and I actually like the feel of it after it's been tea stained, so that's why I tend to do it. Right, so I'll go ahead and do that, and we'll see you in the next bit. Right, so on with the bee journal. Right, what I'm going to do, this is an experiment. I usually do this on watercolour paper, not tea stain paper. So I've got a couple of these. I'll tell you what I do need, plastic sheet to put them on. I'll put them on. It's all right. Here we go. So yes, I usually do this on watercolour paper, not pre-stained or anything. So, but I thought I would do some stamping and just have a play. I would like the rose. Oh yeah, I've got the rose one. I want that one here. Quite like that. Have I got the big rose? Yeah. These ones are on foam, so they work quite well with this. But usually, like I said, on watercolour paper. Got a bit of tea because I've just been tea staining papers. Okay, so I'm just going to sort of wet just lightly. I'll keep that off actually. The colours I've got around me are Wild Honey in both the Distress Stain and the Oxide. I know this has already been done, so but I don't want to wet it with too much water. Wild Honey, I think I'll be using a bit of Rusty Hinge because I quite like that tone of that one. And I've also got Fossilised Amber. So they're around me. I am going to spritz as well. Here we are, water. Okay. Right. So I'm trying to go a little bit sort of arty with this journal, with the bee journal, to match, you know, what's going on really in the journal itself. Right, what do I want? I'll do this one first because that's quite open. This is one of my own. So I'm going to use Wild Honey first. Because this is wet, it should react a bit. If not, we can always, again, spritz with water. So, yeah, that's fabulous. So you do it quite a few times before you have to re-ink. Just doing a bit of light there. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to leave that for a minute. Let's get another piece. This is quite thin, this one. So again, with the tea, just the bit. I think I'll do the rose with this one. I'll tell you what I do want though. Oh, here we are. I want vintage photo for this one. Okay. I haven't got much on here actually. I don't know whether you can see, just so this is foam, so it's a little bit different, but I'm hoping, yes, there we go, like that. That's cool. Oh. And see, that was quite dry, yeah. This is sort of tea. There we go. That's great. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm going to use a green with this one, with that leaf. Right, I'm going to do it the other way now. So used to dabbing it, but when it's like this, open, it needs to be done a little bit different. I'm going to go right over this one, and then I'm going to spray it. That's somewhere. So yeah, definitely need to re-ink every time. Not too bad though. Spritz a little bit of water. Okay, and just leave it be. And that'll give us a nice background. Yeah, just a little bit there. Quite a fine mister, that one. Yep, like that. That's cool. And I think I'll do one similar to that with that stamp there. Okay, with wild honey, I think. And we'll see how that turns out. Brilliant. Okay, I'm going to leave that one go now. Okay, well that's a few pages. I think that's enough for now, because I'll add more to them when they're dry. So that'll be the first layer, well, second layer, because we've coffee stained, haven't we? So that's great. And oh, to do some more tea staining, got quite a bit left there. Okay, just before I put them to dry, I'm just going to go over a little bit with, I've done this one after it's gone a bit lumpy, so I thought I'd better use it up. The Lindy's, it's, yeah, one of the old ones. Okay, so I've used a bit of that, I sprayed on them, and now I'm going just doing a little bit of old paper. This is the oxide one. Okay, just a bit in there. So they're not too saturated, so everything is okay. Just okay, that's great. I know we shouldn't shake them really. Supposed to do it side to side, but do you know what, I like that. You're supposed to shake it like that so you don't go up. What it is, the thing in the bottom, it sucks up the chalk paint before it's mixed, and that happens. But I don't mind, because I'll just get a new top, put a new top on, or I just use the thing. There we go, it's going all right now. Okay, brilliant. That's those done. So they will be drying now. Okay, and I'll clean up and go from there.